Hello students, welcome to the next class of economics. It is the last class of your chapter 1. I can say we are doing the revision of the chapter and we have gone through the almost all the question of this chapter in the form of the MCQs. Then after we have already discussed all the question answers of the chapter. So in this video I'll one more telling you about the story of the chapter. So if any doubt is left, if any query is there regarding the chapter, so it will be clear to all of you. So let's see the chapter as we are watching the story of village Palam, the first chapter in economics. So why we are studying this chapter? Because we are trying to understand the economy of a village. So when we're able to understand the economy of a village, then we can at a broad scale also come to know about the economy of the country, as the economy question we will see in the higher classes. So here is a hypothetical village. We have taken the name village Palampur, and here we are discussing what people in the village are doing, what are their professions, which activities they are doing in the village, and what is the geographical location of the village. So the village Palampur is a well connected neighboring village with town, neighboring villages and town. And Raiganj is a big village, is 3 kilometers from Palampur, and all weather route connects the village to Raiganj and further on the nearest small town Shahpur. So how the people are connecting with each other? So many kinds of transports are visible on this road, starting from bullock carts, sangas, bogies, loaded with jaggery, means gur and other commodities, to motor vehicle like motorcycles, jeeps, tractors and trucks. When we talk about the population of this village, so in this village, the village has about 450 families belonging to several different castes. The 80 upper caste families own the majority of land in the village, and their houses, some of them quite large, are made of brick with cement plastering. And the SCs, mean Dalits, comprise one third of the population and live in a corner of the village and in much smaller houses, some of which are of mud and straw. Most of the houses have electricity connection in the village Palampur, and electricity powers all the tube wells in the fields and is used in various types of a small business. So if we talk about the facilities, so in the village Palampur, two primary schools and one high school is there. There is a primary health center run by the government and one private dispensary where the sick are treated. So overall, all weather, all season road is there in the village Palampur. Transportation facilities are in Palampur. Education facilities are available in the village Palampur. And in this imaginary village, the different type of peoples are living, and they are performing various activities. Like apart from farming, they are doing some other non-farm activities also, such as they are busy in the shopkeeping, manufacturing and transportation related activities. So if we'll talk about a term production, so for doing production, some essential requirements are there, and there are four main requirements for the production. The very first requirement is land, second is labor, third is your capital, and the fourth is human capital. So we can say for doing the production, if we are combining land, labor, capital and human capital or expertise and skills, then we can do the production. So combinedly, the term production means it is the association of land, labor, physical capital means fixed and working capital, along with the human capital is known as the output, is known as the production. So if we'll talk about the farming, like in every village, their farming is the main occupation. So like in village Palampur also, land is fixed, and 75% of the people in the village are doing farming. And land is fixed, so we cannot increase the number of area of the land. Somehow, some like in the past, in 1960s, some area of between the 1970, some area of the village like wetlands converted into irrigated and harvested lands. But after that, continuously the population of village is increasing, but there is no scope of increase in the land. But if continuously population is increases, so we should look for some other options by which we can complete or we can fulfill the needs of that increasing population. So the question is arising, number 2 is there a way one can grow more crop from the same land? जब पॉपुलेशन कंटिन्यूसली इंक्रीज़ हो रही है तो उसकी नीड्स को पूरा करने के लिए लैंड हमारे पास फिक्स है, तो हम कैसे ज़्यादा प्रोडक्शन कर सकते हैं विलेज के अंदर? तो देर आर टू ऑप्शंस. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज़ द मॉडर्न फार्मिंग एंड द सेकेंड ऑप्शन इज़ द मल्टी क्रॉपिंग. फर्स्ट विल डिस्कस about the multi cropping. What is mean by multi cropping? So the answer is here. I am zooming in the answer. To grow more than one crop on a piece of land during the year is known as multiple cropping. It is the most common way of increasing production on a given piece of land. So that is your answer. And in the Palampur, most of the farmers were doing the multiple cropping in the village. After that, the second mean by which we can produce more, that is your modern farming. How we can do the modern farming? So the one shot answer on your screens, this picture explaining the whole modern farming. For doing the modern farming, we need some essentials, some requirements are there, like HYV seeds, fertilizer, pesticides, proper irrigation, which canals, pump set, electricity, या dams can equipping the place with the proper irrigation, and farm machinery is required. So when we are combining these all, so this is known as the modern farming methods, along with the HYV seeds and chemical fertilizers. So we can boost the production level. So with the use of these HYV seeds, specifically in the food grains, there was outburst of the crop. Lots of production have started happening in the country. It was implemented in the late 1960s in the country, and we became self-sufficient in the field of food grain production, specifically wheat and rice. So will the land sustain? Very important question. Like we are currently using the fertilizer, pesticide, chemicals on the land, so somehow it is polluting the land. And we, while doing the production through this modern methods, like we are using HYV seed, which require lots of irrigation, with lots of water. So day by day, our water level is going down, and it is on the alarming situation. So we should use them in such a way so the resources should remain available for the upcoming generation, because it once they are destroyed, it is very difficult to restore them. So we must take care of the environment to ensure future development of agriculture. But the question is also arising, how the land in the village Palampur distributed among the villagers. So as we have earlier discussed, like 450 families are living in the village, and 150 families, most of them were Dalits, have no land. So it is distributed among only the families which are not Dalit, which are living better life. They're not living the vulnerable life. So remaining whom land, that land, 240 families cultivate small plots of land less than 2 hectares in size, and cultivation of such plots doesn't bring adequate income to the farmer family. So the remaining 60 families were like medium and large farmers, and they were having more than 2 hectares of land. A few of the large farmers have land extending over 10 hectares or more. So very few are there who are having the large holdings, and majority of the farmers or the villagers in the village who were having the land, like about 240 families were having land earlier, like they are small farmers, and their holdings are very small, so they are hard to mount. They are not earning good income from their crop. The next term is who will provide labor to the farmers. So who will provide the labor in the village? So in farming, along with the land, labor is also required. So after doing their own in their own land work, the medium size or small farmers are working in other fields also, while the medium and large farmers are appointing those farm laborers to work on their fields. So in the villages, small farmers are also working for the big farmers or large farmers, or the landless laborers are working for large and medium size farmers. As people are working in the farm, so apart from it, they are also working in some other or doing other activities like non-farm activities. So in the village Palampur, villagers are also involved in some non-farm activities only 25% of the population work in the other works apart from agriculture. The very first activity they are doing, that is dairy, and dairy is a common activity in many families of Palampur. The second activity they are providing in the form of non-farm activity, that is the small scale manufacturing in Palampur. Like they are doing some small manufacturing, such as like Mishri Lal was doing the production or manufacturing the jaggery with the help of electricity in his own house. Apart from it, the few people are doing the shopkeeping in the village Palampur, transportation provided by the few people in the village Palampur to the people, and this is also a mean of occupation for them. So these were the four activities in the field of non-farm sector peoples were doing. Now it's your homework. You should inquire which activities we are performing, like in your neighboring people are performing the non-farm activities. It's very important. We are living in the town, so we should inquire nearby people. Like I don't think 50% population in, if you talk about Bisma, doing farming. No, they are doing some other activities, so it's homework for you also, and it is, I think it's interesting task. You should make a list of the nearby people of your area, and make a list ki what they are doing. Like make a list of 20 people, and note down what